And this one, I want to divide into 3 equal portions. So at 450 grams, we're talking about 115 each. What am I saying? 165. So I'm just a little bit heavy on that one. So I'm going to divide it up between the other 2. Move our scale out of the way. Okay, so now we're going to pre-shape by doing a similar thing without the bicycle seat to the baguette. We're just going to take it and roll a nice little snake. And I would suggest you aim for your snake to be just about as long as your scale. Okay, so use your scale as a measuring device. Doesn't need to be really long at this point. So we're going to roll all 3 of those into snakes. So give it a little bit of a pat, make it nice and flat, and then just roll it up into a snake. What's important here is that your seam is nice and sealed, okay? But we're not trying to make a baguette, so don't roll really long. Just try and smooth it out a little bit. There. And do one more. You'll notice that I keep picking it up to make sure it's not sticking to the table. And if it is sticking, I'm just putting just a tiny bit of flour down, okay? And then we're going to roll that into a little bit of snake. Make sure that seam's all pinched up nice and tight and that you have a nice, smooth dough. That one got a little bit longer than I had intended, but that's fine because that's what we're going to do with the rest now. Now we're going to aim about the width of the sheet pan for length. Okay, so I'm just going to stretch these out just a little bit more so they're all the same. And you'll notice I always go back to the first one and work my way down the line. Number 2. And number 3 is just a tiny bit short, so I'm just going to stretch that out just a little bit. Okay? Now, what I want to do is I want to put them all to the top and line them up, just one little tab over the other. And then just at the very, very tip of this, I'm going to take my finger and sort of seal it down. Okay? Now, 3-strand braiding is always about taking the outside over the middle. So we're going to start, and you don't want to stretch these as you're braiding. So I'm going to go outside over the middle and outside over the middle. Outside over the middle, outside over the middle, outside over the middle. Careful not to stretch it as you go along, okay? Outside over the middle. 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 Okay, and then once you get to the end, line up all 3 of them again, and same thing, just give a little bit of a press with your finger. Now, I don't want them to be the length of the pan, I want them to be the width of the pan. So I'm going to take that little tab and tuck it under, and that little tab and tuck it under. I'm gently going to pick it up and slide it onto my tray. Okay? And you want to make sure that it's sitting as straight as you can on the tray. That way it'll proof nice and even, but give it a bit of space. Okay? So that it has a bit of room to grow. I think I'm going to give mine just a little bit more, to give it a little bit of a nudge. So that's a 3-strand braid. When it's proofed, I'll show you what to do next.